Please rise as the guests have arrived. Good morning, everyone. It is indeed an honor for Rajagiri Public School to welcome globally renowned flautist Shashank Subramanyam and his team. This is organized by Spic Macay, the Society for the Promotion of Indian Classical Music and Culture amongst youth. Before we begin, I would like to read out certain instructions. Mobile phones must be switched off. There should be no movement within the audience during the concert. Once recital is over, a 5-minute question and answer session will be taken place. You are free to ask all your questions. Now, I call upon Naina Leslie to give you a detailed description of Spic Macay.
Spic Macay, Society for Promotion of Indian Classical Music and Culture amongst Youth, is a non-profit voluntary movement formed in 1977 by Dr. Kiran Seth, a professor at IIT Delhi. Its objective is towards preserving our rich and diverse cultural heritage and making the youth of the present generation more aware and capable of appreciating it. With our volunteers and supporters today, more than 6,000 programs of classical music and dance, folk, yoga, traditional painting, and other art forms are being conducted annually across the country, graced by the most eminent artists of our times, reaching out to 1 million youth. In Kerala, since its inception in 1987, Spic Macay spread its wings to all 14 districts. We have hosted great legends such as Srimati M.S. Subbalakshmi, Ustad Bismillah Khan, Srimati D.K. Patamal, Pandit Bhimsen Joshi, Sri Balamurli Krishna, Pandit Birju Maharaj, Guru Kelujaran Mohapatra, Kala Mandalam Krishnan Nair, Guru Ammanur Madhava Chakya, to name a few in the past at various educational institutions. Last year, 2023 to 2024, we hosted almost 300 programs in different educational institutions across Kerala.
Thank you, Naina. Now, I invite Nia Vikram to read out the biodata of Shashank Subramanyam.
Shashank Subramanyam, a senior flute artist in the field of Indian classical music, amazed the public from the age of 6 in 1984, shortly after the death of the legendary T.R. Mahalingam, alias Mali, genius and innovator of the Carnatic flute, who had predicted a great future for him. Formed in the greatest tradition by Father Subramanyam, Palgat K.V. Narayana Swami, one of the greatest singers of the last century, Shashank has a vast repertoire and has never ceased to evolve and innovate. Known for several noteworthy contributions, he varies in the tone by use of multiple flutes of various sizes by using transposed fingering techniques. Already unique in this, he goes even further by incorporating the Hindustani music that he studied with the great singer Pandit Jasraj. His incredible sound and his consummate art of improvisation make him the most astonishing flautist of South India. Among the many coveted awards bestowed, the Knight of Arts and Letters by the Government of France in 2022, Grammy nomination for Floating Point with guitarist John McLaughlin, Sangeet Natak Academy Award by the Government of India in 2017, and Kalaimamani by Government of Tamil Nadu in 2001. He has presented concerts, workshops, lectures in prestigious concert halls, universities and conservatories in over 50 countries. He has 80 CDs and several DVDs to his credit. We also welcome Sri Alankod V.S. Gokul on violin and Sri Hariharan Sundaraman on mridangam. Thank you.
Thank you, Nia. Now, let us lend our ears to the melodious performance.
Can I start? Good morning. It's a great pleasure for me to be here along with Hariharan and Gokul. And I thank the institution for inviting us, and also Spic Macay, a very noble organization that I've performed for since the last 34 years. So I've played in schools all across the country, and it's always a great pleasure. Indian music is pretty vast, and it's one of the countries where you have so many traditions of folk music. In classical music we have two traditions. We have Dripad, and we also have so many varieties of classical dances. And in Kerala itself you have a few of them. The tradition that I represent is South Indian music. In Indian music we have two branches. One is the Hindustani classical music, the other is the Carnatic classical music. Have you heard these terms? Hindustani and Carnatic? What do you think is the difference? You can say it's like the same language but spoken differently. Okay, it's as simple as that. You know, all these music traditions have the same alphabets. Do you know the alphabets of music? What are they? Yeah? Louder, please. The musical notes that we refer to, the 7 notes, Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni, are the alphabets for music. They are referred to as differently, in each tradition. In Hindustani music they call Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni, like that. In South India we say Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni. In Western music we call it as Do, Ra, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti. But notes also have a way of identifying the note. It's called the C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And we also have the in-between frequencies, which we call as sharp notes. So, if you have seen a pitch pipe or a piano, there are the white keys and the black keys. Have you seen? Yes, in keyboards and pianos, the white keys are all the straight notes, C, D, E, F, G, like that. And the black keys are all the sharps. So in flute, if you want to play like that, these are the white keys, okay? But we actually have 11 shrutis. Okay, this is called the chromatic scale. In our music, we have what we call as ragas. Ragas are a particular scale formation. So we have more than 35,000 ragas, but of which maybe about 1,000 of them have names. Like, have you heard of names like Hamsadhwani, Raga Desh, Shankarabaranam? Like, for instance, you know this? Yes, this is Raga Shankarabaranam. Okay? You know this? Which is that? And what raga is this? It's called Desh. And what about this? You know this song? So this raga is known as Kapi. So like this, to identify these ragas, we have names. But you see, to differentiate between one genre of music to the other genre is predominantly either the chord progression or the way we connect one note to the other. The speciality of Indian music is how we connect one note to the other. So for instance, these are just plain notes. Even if a Westerner comes and plays this, it sounds the same. But why will we call this Indian music? Is because we connect the notes like this. So the connection between one note to the other. Sometimes we have very deep connection, like these are all the identity of Indian music. And we have songs, and we also have, the songs are composed in many different talas. You know what are talas? What are they? Yes? What are talas? Yeah? You don't know? The beats, the time cycle is referred to as a time cycle. So in a song, the three most essential components, one is how we develop a song, is the notes and beats. There's a third component. Can you think of that? Yes? What do you hear in a song? Lyrics, the words. So, predominantly there are instrumental compositions that may not have lyrics, but usually a song has lyrics, and they use a particular set of notes to compose them, and in a particular time cycle, which we call as thala. Now I will play a short piece for you. Apart from the composition, in Indian music we have a lot of extempore presentation, which we call as raga alapana or swara kalpana. They're like supposing you are in a painting class and your teacher gives you a few colors and asks you to paint a picture according to your imagination. So you can think of a raga like that. We have a particular set of notes, okay, and using only those notes we have to build a musical essay. That's what we precisely do. So just give your ears attentively and you will understand a lot about what I'm trying to tell you. I will begin with a short piece in raga Mohana, which is a pentatonic scale which goes like this. This raga is very popular all across Southeast Asia, including China, Japan. This is a very, very popular scale formation. In India we call this Mohana or Bhupali in Hindustani music. And this can be found in even folk art. So, the first part I will play a short musical essay based on Raga Mohana, then a composition which is set to 8 beats. Following the composition, we will have like a conversation all with mathematical combinations combined with music. Okay? tempo playing now. How do we cut it down as a team? Because we don't talk to each other. We know how we bring it all to a close. So at this point we have an interaction called koraipu, means the reduction process. So we just play 16 beats, 8 beats, 4 beats, 2 beats, like this. It's like a dialogue. You can hear this now. You must be wondering how we came together and concluded it. In instrumental music especially, since we don't have somebody to be counting the beat, it's more by the feel that we play. And at the end, if you noticed, I played a mathematical combination of all nines. So how we say this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. We played this 3 times. And that's how the team knew that I was going to conclude with that combination. So I'll play this again for you, so that you can recap what happened. Everything we play it thrice, so that the first time maybe people are doubtful, second time, oh, they know it's almost coming, and third time when they hear, that means it is coming to an end. That's how the whole music is designed. 3 times and it comes to a finish. Now I will play another piece for you. This is a very famous raga known as Abheri. In this piece, I'll be using some of my other flutes. The shortest one is this one. Okay, let me show you the difference. So, the shorter the flute, the higher the frequency. You know what is the frequency? You know. Okay. It can go higher, but it will be very harsh on the ear. So, the next flute after that, down in the ladder. And further down. And further down is this flute. And further down are these longer flutes, see? And there's one more longer. You see this? Do you see the difference? Do you feel the difference? So, this flute is called the Shank Bansuri. What is a shank? What is it? It's available in all of Kerala. It's the conch. The one that you, yeah. So, why this flute is named after that is because it sounds like the conch. So this is Raga Abheri. And in this I will play a little tanam, which means the first part of the essay is very meditative, and the second part, it has a definite tempo, and that's an extension of the alapana, which we call as a tanam. You will see me use many different, 2-3 different flutes and many different techniques I will demonstrate, you know. when we build these phrases, we have many different ways of how to build it. Like you see, like mirror images. Okay? Or the same phrase in 2 octaves. And in quick succession. And also, sometimes it's like narrating a story. You may be at a point where you have a lot of anger in this. How do you depict anger in music? Maybe one expression, see? Could be an expression of anger. But like a wow, it's like saying, oh, is it so? It's all imaginary, but that's how you tell a story in music. And there are many beautiful movements because this whole tradition was developed through singing. We have movements that mimic the voice, like you see. Also the oscillation of a voice, you see. Do you see the notes, the notes oscillating? Do you hear that? See? It's a still note. In human voice, you can oscillate the notes. always in flute playing, it's about the coordination between your air control and the finger movement. So you can see now I blow individually every note. That was individually. Now together. Similarly, we can produce, by slapping our fingers on the holes, pretty hard. It produces a beautiful effect, like a vacuum. You see? Going further on, we use the tongue and also the octaves, you see. These are two different octaves. So now you see, by blowing in a certain angle, we can produce both the octaves together. It's very interesting if you pay attention to this. Now it was one after the other. Now you see, it's like hearing a male and a female voice together. Here. Thank you. Children, you have any questions on the music? I can conclude the concert with maybe one or two bhajans. What would you like to hear? Or if you have any questions on the music, please come forward now. Yes, quiet, quiet. You have any questions, please come forward, otherwise I can conclude this concert. Yes? Yeah.
Hello? Okay.
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for your wonderful performance, sir and team. Thank you, first of all.
Thank you.
My question is, in the field of music, there are people who have been trained from a very young age.
Okay.
So, for the recent aspirants of music, what advice would you give to them for them to catch up or for them to cope up with the people who have been learning for a really, really long time?
I don't understand your question.
I'm sorry, sir. There are...
What do you mean catch up?
Catch up as in, they find it, the people who have taken recent interest find it really hard or they get demotivated seeing the people who have been trained from a really young age. So a piece of advice for them.
I get you, I get you. It is hard. I know, but you know the thing is, it depends on what you intend to do. See, if you have a guided practice, practice under proper guidance and intense practice, even a few years, even if you have taken late, if your passion is good, I think you can catch up with a lot of people who have done it for a long time, for sure. Of course, experience is something you gain along the way. That's something you can't really preempt. But
Right.
I'm very sure if you have the right guidance and proper practice and the passion to put in number of hours in a day. See, when I was a student, I'm still a student, but I used to put in 10 to 14 hours a day. Okay. And I started performing when I was 6 years old. So I had the age to my advantage. But older people have something else to their advantage. They are more mature individuals. They have a different thought process. They can put that to a good use for sure. So if they practice hard and properly with a teacher monitoring their practice, you can shortcut a lot of things and achieve certainly. I mean, no age is difficult really. It's just the interest and the time you have to invest in it, you know.
Yes, yes, surely. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. My question is, how did you approach to learning and mastering the different ragas and nuances in the Indian flute?
How?
How did you approach to learning the different ragas and nuances in the Indian flute?
See, when you have good gurus, they will guide you. It's like coming to a school. At first standard, you don't attempt what the 10th standard people study, right? So gradually over the number of years, our gurus introduce us to one raga to the other. So we learn compositions, we learn the common phrases in the raga, how to approach a raga, how to approach the notes. And then as you internalize the music, you then begin to create things on your own. So using the language, you can write about anything else, right? Supposing you are learning English or Hindi or Malayalam or whatever, and you are asked to speak about something totally different that you have not been exposed to, you can still say it using your language. So music is a topic like that. Music is also a language that we learn. First we learn phrases, words, phrases, how to make sentences, and finally we start creating our own essays and our own whatever. So it's a long process. It is not a few days process. It has taken me now more than 40 years. So.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
But
Good afternoon, sir. This is not a question but a request. Can you please, the last two pieces that you played were in Adi Tala, right? In Mridangam, can you please play Sammata piece in Sammata Tala?
we can play any tala, that's not a problem. What
Yeah,
do you,
can you please play a small piece from any other Tala?
you tell me which one
Fine.
you want.
That's fine. Anything is fine.
No,
Other
you tell
than-
me. You're talking about tala, so you tell me which tala you know.
Sir, I can't quite remember all the names, but
Huh?
I can't get all the names. I can't remember the names.
You heard about it somewhere and you wanted to ask me.
No, I'm quite interested in music, but then
Very good.
I haven't learned.
We'll play something else, okay? Sure.
Thank you.
Anything else? Can we start? Yeah. Last question.
Okay, so was there any point of time in your life when you got demotivated and then like you saw the notes and you were trying to play it, but then you got stressed up with it, and then what did you do to like get the notes?
I couldn't hear you properly at all. Speak slowly. There's a lot of echo.
Yeah. Okay. So was there?
Slowly.
Yeah.
Okay?
What- Okay. Was there any point of time in your life when you got demotivated and then you saw these notes and then you got frustrated seeing it? You kept going again and again, but then you started messing up the beats. Like, so what did you do to get it right?
Thankfully, I did not have a time in my life like that. So, but music can be demotivating every day. You see another artist who is doing something spectacularly, you feel, oh my God, this is possible. So then you start working on what you know and you get better. You demotivate the other. That is how competition works. So even in music, artistically we have competitions always. If you don't have competitions, you don't get better. So you want somebody to challenge what you have done, what work you have done, what research you have done in music also. So I can't say it's demotivating, but it's more like challenging you. It's something to feel, okay, that you have some more work to do. But I don't think I've had a moment where I felt demotivated. No. Yeah, I'll just play one piece and just wait. Begane Baro. It's a very famous composition in the language of Kannada. For the girl who asked me to play a different time cycle, can you recognize these beats now? This is called Mr. Chapu, which means it's 7 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful performance and the insights you shared with our students. Now, I call upon our principal, Ruby ma'am, to hand over a small gift as a token of appreciation. I invite Ruby ma'am to deliver the vote of thanks.
Warm greetings to one and all. It is indeed an honor and privilege to be proposing the vote of thanks in front of such an august gathering. First and foremost, I would like to express the school's deepest appreciation to our esteemed guest of the day, Maestro Shashank Subramanyam. A senior artist in the field of Indian classical music, Sri Shashank has a vast repertoire and has never ceased to evolve and innovate. Today's flute rendition was truly inspiring and an incredible experience that left a long-lasting impression on all of us. The school is greatly honored by your presence today, and we express our heartfelt thanks to you for sharing your precious time for this wonderful recital. I also wish to thank Sri Alinkod Gokul on the violin and Sri Hariharan Shankraman on the mridangam, who provided able support to the maestro. Rajagiri wishes to thank Spic Macay for their role in preserving our rich and diverse cultural heritage and making the youth of the present generation aware of and appreciate it. A special thanks to Sri Kurup for bringing us such a renowned artist. I thank the management for all their support. Finally, I thank all of you, dear students, for your patient and disciplined behavior. I hope today's program has helped you appreciate Carnatic music a little better. Thank you.